It seeds my blood, my flesh. Martial arts flourish near death. I have shed the complicity of earlier to have born anew, thirsting for blood, like the Kyuki. Yes, it's like I've become young again. You are strong, stronger than any enemy so far. Now let us compare our strengths. Show me what lies beyond perfection. Wolf, your sheep's clothing has peeled off. Now you would be more suitable for another class. Indeed. You do better not to restrain yourself to your delicate master's limits. You are weaker than a traitor's king's manservant before the Emperor, weaker than a candle's flame, and... You say you are an assassin, but that is my domain. My life was riddled with conspiracy. Let's do it. Indeed, my fist needs no second strike. As if you could defeat us in one strike, you will understand any martial arts prowess. Assassin! Live or die by the sword. Matrix level E. We're gonna go ahead and hack. Yeah, definitely hack. Can we... Thrust setting sun probably wouldn't be a bad thing to go ahead and put up. For, you know, emergency situations. And... he's gonna attack a lot, I feel like. Guard. You and we'll have Thrust setting sun to kind of back us up. Ow. Alright, so now that we have that set up, we'll go and hack, so that way you can't do anything. Go and attack. 4 and 5. This is guard and attack. Guard. Attack, guard. No. Attack, break, guard, attack. We should probably heal the next time. So we're gonna go and hack here. Attack. I know what we can do. Hack. And do we have a skill that lets us physical death? We've got that. Increased attack. Absorbs enemy when using break. Inflicts stun on enemy when using guard. That could be handy. Attack. Break. Attack. Guard. Definitely. Guard again? Well, we definitely have to heal. It stinks we can't. He is guarding there, though. So if we can... I pretty much have to heal here. Or, I know what we can do. Hack, attack, so we know that's what he's gonna do. That doesn't work. Attack. So he's getting that off anyways. If he's getting that off, we're gonna heal. Attack. Thrust setting sun. That way we have that back up. Skill guard. Guard there, break, and attack. Ow, that does a lot. So, theoretically, here, I should be able to... I know exactly what we're gonna do. Break. And guard. Also, I like how Nero's song is playing in the background. So, we're gonna go and hack that. Attack. Guard. Attack. Guard. Attack. Attack. Okay. We'll go and do that because I don't know if other servants can use their MP more than once. So I'm gonna keep doing that just in case. We have Thrust setting sun. He's going to what is he gonna do here? Attack? Is he gonna attack and break a bunch? Maybe? Attack. Attack. Guard. Attack. Break. Oh, no. That's fine. We'll go ahead and just break. So we should be good. Stun, and then we finish it with a thunderous applause. That was a rough fight. I'm not gonna lie. The battle has been decided. The famed warrior of the fist walks to Julius's side as he speaks. The black-clad harbinger of death has fallen to one knee and crouches on the ground. I won't insult you with excuses, but I will give you my thanks. It's been a long time since I've been in the world. Thanks to you, I was able to fight in it again. The command seal on Julius's hand flashes red and starts to vanish. You've reached your final moments. Raise your head. What's wrong, Julius? I can't die yet. A scream that sounds like it's been wrenched from his heart echoes in the chamber. What are you? I cannot die like this. He's got a bomb! He clasps his hand together as in prayer and continues to deliriously scream. I don't know if a strange light in his cold eyes is a blaze of madness or what. Gara! Julius begins reciting words that sound like a code or spell in an anguished tone. His reckless opposition to the system causes him so much pain that he can't stop screaming. That sounds painful. A lot painful. Knees bent and face twisted in pain from defiance, he nevertheless faces imminent deletion. It's a shameful, uncharacteristic display of desperation, and then... Ugh. The look in his eyes, he throws his head back and cries out, is pure madness. After the flash of light, the two of them disappeared without a trace. I wonder what happened to Julius. I have no idea. All I know is that he's gone. That means I'm the winner of the 5th round, so woo! I'm starting to feel like the end goal is in sight. For a change, I feel invigorated. As I return to the school building from the battlefield, I close my eyes and empty my exhausted mind. The thrill of victory, the agony of Julius' screams, and the sense of lingering presence, all gone. Suddenly, I notice there's a person in front of me. It's Leo. I just defeated Julius, his brother. It only makes sense that Leo would be here. He would want to know the result of the battle. I didn't expect you to defeat my brother. I'm shocked, honestly. This changes my opinion of you. You are strong. I see that now. Leo's voice is so detached, it's not betraying any emotion. As far as I can tell, he doesn't seem to be harboring any feelings of revenge, hate, or the like. I'm not sure I should ask, but I can't stop myself. That's an odd question. Why would I resent you? People die in battles. This time around, it just happened to be my older brother. That's all. The only noteworthy thing is that you exceeded my expectations. I think his words are sincere. Leo's tone of voice, body language, and facial expression back up what he's saying. The only thing that's different is that I see you've changed a lot. I can finally see you for what you are, a fine and proper enemy. So much heat in that gaze. Leo just softly smiled like usual, but this time, what is this? I don't want to stay here anymore. I don't want to face Leo anymore. It's just as if his eyes were the sun, gentle yet searing. It's like my skin is being burnt away. Leo's emotions really did change. He's never shown that much emotion before. Why did he choose to show it to me, of all people? Me, a stranger. Me, his future enemy. That's right. Perhaps you'll end up being my final opponent. Huh. That's sort of exciting. I look forward to seeing if that happens. Well then, I look forward to when we meet you on the battlefield. That said, Leo left, and as soon as he was gone, my back tingled. When I check it out, I find my clothes are sticking with sweat on my back. Leo is unrelenting as Julius, if not as obviously sinister. It's like the north wind and the sun. I feel like Leo is more advanced than me for sure. The sun sits in the sky, is king of the world, the chosen one. I've never thought about how far away it's been before. Hopelessly far. But eventually, I have to reach out and find it. Because only one person can obtain the Holy Grail. Night time. Yay! I can't hide my astonishment when she repeats her name. Nero Claudius, 5th Emperor of the Roman Empire, a decadent tyrant who indulged in every luxury and pleasure. A dilettante artist who persecuted Christians and tried to disassemble the core of Rome, the Senate. As a result, Nero was accused of treason, abdicating the throne and ran off to commit suicide. How could Emperor Nero, who met such a pathetic end, be the same person as this girl? Or could it be... I don't want to imagine her being in such despair. She would take her own life. She's just so strong. Her heart doesn't waver, totally, unlike mine. Anyway, whatever happens to Saber not wanting to let me know about her bad reputation. Saber clears her throat with a loud cough and straightens herself up. The girl whose small body bore the burden of an empire at the age of 17 places a hand on her chest, as if checking her heart. Don't worry, Nero. You will never be known as the whore of Babylon.
を励むだけのこと。本当に辛いが、そこは我慢しなくてはな。似ているがいい。いずれ必ずそなたの心を奪ってみせる。
Saber squeezes her fist firmly in declaration. She looks like a child who's trying to really, really hard not to cry.
なぜ笑う。とにかく要は名乗ったからな。悪名高いとはいえ、皇帝は皇帝なのだ。これからも敬い、最良のサーバントとして頼りにするがよい。
As part of history, her life has been criticized for millennia. However, she is not ashamed. Saber is unerringly proud, because no matter what sort of life she led, it was one that she embraced grandly, and therefore it could never be unstylish. That's true. When I first met Saber, I was grasping for life on the floor thinking, I can't die yet, but she looked at me proudly. She embraced me in my situation. She offered me her hand, and came to the aid of my spirit. Though it feels so long since we met, the memory is vivid. It has been a long time since that happened. So, what if she got a bad rep and thinks she's a whatever of Babylon? It doesn't matter. You're right, it doesn't matter. Hakuna knows what's up. I mean, no matter what Saber's name or past might be, her pride and confidence are unshakable.
そうか。では、今度こそ礼を口にしよう。ありがとう、マスター。世は嬉しい。その信頼、最後まで守りきってみせる。
Yay, everything's 100%ed. Oh, we've got all the things. No, second strike. Li Xuan's blows are almost always fatal, whether he throws a hard blow designed to kill or a simple feint to draw his opponent into attack. A saying that has managed to survive the passing of years is, for Li Xuan, a second strike is needless. It is this saying from which the Noble Phantasm gets its name. To be more accurate, this isn't a Noble Phantasm in the traditional sense of the term. Rather, it is the ultimate expression of true power possible by mastering the martial arts. Li Xuan is considered to be one of the very few to have gained a total mystery over his style, and in fact, was believed to have transcended the need for physical attacks, instead defeating his opponents by engulfing them in chi. There is much to debate as whether Li Xuan actually used his chi to defeat his opponents, although the very few have managed to survive the confrontation with him report suffering all from the effects associated with this type of attack, such as obscure senses, heightened state of paranoia, and the feeling that their nervous system was almost unendurable strain. Huh. Lu Hua. A Chinese meditative ideal. It is a belief that true mastery of the martial arts comes not through training but acceptance. As this technique is extremely difficult to understand, let alone master, it is the only it is only when achieving the rank of A that one's thought to have actually begun to learn. Those with the rank exceeding A are considered true masters of the art. Master of the Demonic Fist. Li Xuan, Master of the Demonic Fist. One of the few undisputed masters of martial arts. He maintains a delicate balance between the innate goodness and the inherent evil found in all men. He fell victim to poison after earning the undying hatred of countless families of those he had killed. As a servant, the balance he maintained in life had slipped slightly, but he still values rationality greatly. While he does not see much difference between good and evil, he will react with disgust and utter contempt for those who stray from the rational thinking, and for those who allow Christians to call the 7 deadly sins to overwhelm their lives. He brings swift and inevitable deaths. Although he was known as a deadly fighter throughout his life, in his later years he discovered that true power not lay in the strength of his fists, but in the strength of his convictions. He spent the remainder of his life following the path of valor, not violence. He freely acknowledges that in his current incarnation, he is nothing more than a professional killer, but does so with a bitterness of regret. And although he uses powers as Julius directs, could it be that? And we have some stuff for Saber. So we can see Nero Claudius, the Great Fire of Rome. July 1964 AD. The devastating fire erupted in one of the poorer districts of Rome and quickly spread throughout the city, reducing most of its ashes. Contrary to popular belief, Nero quickly responded to the disaster and even contributed to relief efforts out of her own personal funds. While she became immensely popular with the common citizenry, her populist policies combined with her sometimes bizarre predilections earned her the ire of not only the highest castes, but also as historians who insisted on painting her as a tyrant. Nero the Tyrant. Taking the name Nero Claudius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, upon her ascending to the imperial throne, she was the 5th emperor of the Roman Empire and the last of the Julio-Claudian dynasty, who had ruled Rome since its inception. The daughter of the cousin of the 4th Emperor Claudius, she was put upon the throne at the age of 17 as a result of the devious schemings and possible martyrdom by her mother, Julia Augusta Agrippina. Once on the throne, she immediately began to demonstrate her talents at the administration as well as her ability to navigate the often murky political situations inherent in Roman government. In addition to the above, Nero was also generally acknowledged to be a consummate diplomat who preferred discussion and compromise to warfare and conflict. She was held in specifically high esteem by both peoples of Britannia and the leaders of the nation of Persia, who continued to refer to Rome as the country of Nero long after her death. While the popular abroad and with the lower castes at home, the Senate and the higher caste members of the empire grew weary of her populist policies, extravagant expenditures to the public entertainments, and occasionally irrational repression of the religious expression. In the year 68 AD, a series of revolts drove Nero from her throne and eventually to suicide. It was said that in final hours she continually expressed her anguish that an artist such as herself had to die. But as those who betrayed her enclosed, she quoted a line from Homer's Iliad, "Hark, now strikes my ear on the trampling of the swift-footed coursers," and then drove a dagger into her throat. We don't talk about the dagger, though. We don't want to remind ourselves of the dagger. So, that being said, I think that calls it for this week, because we are also way over time this time. Definitely over time this time. So, but that works all out. That was a really fun fight with Lee. Also, it was really nice to actually be able to use an MP now. I do like the effects. I actually haven't looked up like any of the MPs from this specific game, other than the ones we've seen. I think the only ones we managed to see were like Drake's. I don't even know if we actually even saw Drake's. Pretty sure we saw Drake's. But that might have actually been it. We've been able to take out the servers before they've had it, or they just haven't used it. So, but I appreciate everyone for watching. That's going to do it this week. Next week we'll be back with the 6th week. So we have like 2 more weeks of this game probably. So, well, 2 more weeks within the game. It's probably going to be like, I don't know how long until we actually finish it. It should be getting quicker and quicker because there's less students to talk to, so we'll be able to fly through the dungeons and stuff like that. So, but with all that being said, I appreciate everyone for watching. Still stay safe, and if Journey to the West is out by the time this is out, hopefully everybody got Sanzong or whoever you're rolling for. I think Waver's got a rate up. I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah, stay safe, and I'm going to catch you guys next time.